Blighted, that's poison damage. Of Mending is spirit and energy. This one sucks. Blighted of Mending. Wait, what? We got 2 equal amulets in a row? What the fuck? Exactly the same prefix and suffix. Do you see this? Holy shit, that's millions to one right here. What the fuck? I swear, I just picked up these amulets and I put them without looking, without any order, and I didn't sort them or anything. This is pure random chance. Holy shit. Welcome, this is Coincident, and I have farmed 360 times the best amulet in Grim Dawn. There you are. That's 2 entire stash pages full of Kaisan amulets. So today I'm going to reveal all of these amulets, and I say reveal and not identify because Grim Dawn does not have identification at all. For simplicity, all the items are fully identified on drop. So how am I going to reveal these? It's quite simple. Until now, I did not mouse over or see any of the affixes of any of these amulets. They are randomly generated, each of them, and I just picked them up without looking, without reading, and I stored them in my stash. That's it. I've been doing that for weeks, waiting for this very moment. These amulets always spawn with +1 to all skills. That's one of the attributes you will see over there. And they have 1 prefix and 1 suffix on top of that. That's what makes them so powerful. You may have noticed that there are 2 types of these amulets. The blue amulet, which is Kaisan's Eldritch Eye, also gives you stun, freeze, and petrify resists. Petrify is mostly useless, so this amulet is only good on characters that have trouble getting stun or freeze resist. That's not my case. I prefer the green amulet. The Kaisan's Burning Eye, this one, which gives me a boost to all damage and extra health, which is a lot more valuable, unless you need, again, freeze resist or stun resist. Now, the trouble is that there are so many possible random affixes that can roll on these amulets that the chance of getting the perfect prefix plus suffix that you want for your character is very small. That's why I farmed a crap load of these amulets. And hopefully I'll get lucky with one of them. I honestly don't know. The last time that I checked the number of suffixes and affixes, it was a combination like 900 multiplied by 100. So that's in the region of tens of thousands of combination. I don't have tens of thousands of amulets, so even with this immense amount of amulets, the chances that I get the perfect amulet for this character is very slow. But anyway, we can hope. So what are the perfect affixes that I'm looking for? For this character, and I already have one here, this is an old amulet that I farmed. I will actually put it outside of my inventory so that we can more clearly read all of these stats. But what I want ideally is an amulet that has Shaman's or Seer's prefix, which add +3 or +2 to 1 skill in the Shaman tree. And the Shaman tree, ideally I'd get something like this, like the Stormcaller's Pact. That would be perfect. And I want to overcap this skill over 20, and I only have 13 at the moment, so a lot of work to still be done over here. As for the suffix, there are actually 3 different suffixes that are best in slot for my character, and the 3 suffixes are 1 of Shadows, 2 of the Winter Storm, and 3 of Amarasta's Flurry. All of those 3 give skills to the Nightblade tree, this tree over here, so several skills that I also want to overcap. These 2 skills, for example, are super powerful. They're already overcapped 25 out of 16. The maximum is 26. And why are there like 3 different skills? Why do all of those 3 work fine? Because these 3 suffixes, so on the right side of the attributes, are interchangeable among my amulet, my medal, and my belts. In Grim Dawn, belts are considered jewelry. Bear with me, I'll explain all of it. So for this example, I already have a belt that has of Amarasta's Flurry, which is one of the 3 suffixes that I want. So if I get another Amarasta's Flurry on the amulet, I will not be very happy, but it's better than nothing. Ideally, I'll have Amarasta's Flurry here, of Shadows here, and of the Winter Storm up there. Obviously, since I know what are the suffixes and prefixes that I want, I could just use the item filter and write, for example, of shadows. I have nothing here. I have 4 over there. And I could just pick these amulets aside and just use the filter intelligently to get what I want. That's the efficient way of doing it. I'm not doing it that way. That ruins the surprise. Instead, I will look and analyze at all of these amulets one by one. Many will not have any affix that I'm looking for, and I'll just sell them to the NPCs. That's right. I'm going to sell 90% of these amulets. Gone. I won't even transfer them to other characters of mine. This is my choice. I am playing SSF, which is Solo Self-Found Challenge, because I hate spending hours and hours organizing mule characters full of items at the end of each game. SSF, which is a challenge, it just makes item management so much simpler. I enjoy the game more like this, and farming in Grim Dawn is easy anyway, so I will never transfer items between characters. The only purpose of all of these amulets is to find the best in slot for this character, which is my most powerful character in the game at the moment. I also don't trade items online, sorry folks, so if among all of these amulets you find the perfect amulet for your character, I'm probably going to sell it. That's how SSF works. I'm really sorry, all you can do is write an angry comment below saying that you found your perfect amulet and now it's gone. Do let me know which one though, I will be very curious. Maybe I'll keep them, I don't know. So let's as I've shown you before, there were of shadows. There were a few of these. When I'll get to the second page, we're not there yet. When I'll get to the second page and I'll find one amulet with at least one of the affixes that I want, I'll put them on my main inventory and I'll keep them for later. And the other ones, if I find like a powerful amulet that is not for me but has like very good rare prefix and suffixes, maybe I'll keep them here on the Hall of Fame, second place. You know what I mean. I'll keep the other good candidates for other characters on my second slot. So a final note, I have preference for the green amulets, as I've said. But the reason I'm also looking at the blue amulets is because if I get a blue amulet with the prefix that I want and the suffix that I want, I may pick the blue over the green if I don't get the perfect combination of the green. So I will look at all of them. That's it. I might consider a blue one over the green depending on the rare random affixes and suffixes. Let's get started. Amulet number 1. What do we have here? Unyielding Kaisan's Eldritch Eye of Alacrity. So unyielding is a rare prefix, and of alacrity is a common suffix. What does this one have? Physique, defensive ability are good. Attack speed, shield damage blocked, which is nice because I have a shield. It doesn't seem like a good amulet. I think I'm just going to sell it. It's nothing special, none of the attributes that I want. Harmonious of Meditation. Lots of health on this one, holy shit. 300 plus 8% and some energy too? Resistances are not great, I think that's a crappy amulet. Decaying of Squalls, so decaying is rare, of Squalls is rare too. No, decaying is magic and of Squalls is rare. If you're used to Diablo, for example, on Diablo, when you drop a rare item, you could get multiple prefixes and multiple suffixes. That's much simpler in Grim Dawn. You get one prefix and one suffix. That's it. Now the thing is, there are different prefixes and suffixes. Some of them are magic, others are rare, and the rare suffix and prefix give you a lot of attributes and a lot of things. This amulet has vitality damage, I don't care. Resistances are not bad because this is a blue amulet again, and you have a lightning sphere skill. It's trash. Decaying of the Cabal, that's 2 magic attributes. What does it have? Vitality... yeah, nothing good. So you can see all of these have +1 to all skills, but if I get the right prefix and suffix, I might get extra skills. For example, this one, the third one we just passed, it has +2 to stun jacks, which is a really nice skill for demolitionists. Not my class again. Let's keep looking. Decay. Wow, so many decaying. Of Caged Souls, this is for pets. I'm not a pet build. This is very crappy. Imposing a Fortitude, physical damage, lots of health too. This one is not bad, but I don't think it goes into the honorable mentions or the Hall of Fame or whatever. Aggressive, that's defensive ability. And of the Grove, that's extra health and health regeneration. Pretty crappy. A heal skill is nice to survive. Again, +2 to Ascension. Maybe on a... wait, what is the class that has Ascension? Hold on, I need to look this up. I don't know. I always forget about this class. Hold on. Build calculator. It's the Inquisitioner. No, or is it the Oathbreaker? Oathkeeper. Hold on. Ascension. Oathkeeper. Right, I don't have an Oathkeeper. But is this good for an Oathkeeper with heal? Even though it has +2 to all skills, I really don't think so. Let's keep looking. Rime Frost of Mending. This is actually good. Rime Frost is a rare prefix that gives plus cold damage, and my character is all about cold damage. It does not have any extra skills, so I'm gonna pass on this again. Aether Fire of Spines. Physical Pierce. No, Fire Pierce. Nothing special again. Mystic. That's +2 Spirit. And Soul Warding is Vitality Damage and Aether Resistance, I think. Again, nothing special. That's 10 amulets done. Warriors of Attack. Lots of physical and offensive... Oh, holy shit, 130 offensive ability. Okay, this one makes the Hall of Fame. It's a double... I'm gonna get rid of this, just to simplify, because... Obviously, Grim Dawn is a modern ARPG, so when you hover on one of the amulets, you get the comparison on the right side with the one that you have equipped, for ease of comparison. But I'm not doing that, so I'm just gonna put this one here. This amulet might be pretty good for soldier, commandos, or other classes that use physical damage, and offensive ability means you have a lot of crit chance. So a crit-based build, based on physical damage as well, this might be very good, with shield blocked too. Pretty amazing considering this has no rare suffix or prefix. Let's keep looking. Demolitionists, okay. Of Scorched Runes. Holy shit, this is good. Not for me, but this is good. So this one has +4 to 2 other skills. 2 to Canister Bomb, a good skill for... Actually, medium skill for Demolitionist. And Word of Pain is for the Inquisitioner. So if those are the 2 of your classes, this might be pretty good. And that's also 2 rare amulet, 2 rare suffixes. No, the prefix is magic, the suffix is rare. Anyway, Hall of Fame with that one. Prismatic Amaras's Flurry, this is mine. Okay, we've got one. The suffix is what I want, the prefix is not. We'll take a look at this later, then I'll be picking the best among the best. Holy shit, 2 in a row of the Winter Storm. That's another one that I want. There we go, okay. This is, wow, we have just started and I just found 2. Okay, so this one of the Winter Storm, that's what I'm looking for. Resistant is not what I'm looking for, but it gives me resistances, and resistances are always good. Okay, let's keep looking. Decaying of Skulls. So Decaying is Vitality damage, and of Squalls is Lightning stuff. Not very good. Dreadlords is rare, Alacrity is magic. A bit of health. Lifesteal, 7%. That's the attack damage converted to health. That's actually pretty good. Vitality. Chaos resistances are not great. I think I'm gonna pass. Resistant of the Grove. Grove is healing stuff and health regeneration. Resistant... Well, those resistances are insane. 69 fire. Nice. 75% poison and acid. And the other 3. And Ascension, again, great on a Oathkeeper. Not great. Medium on an Oathkeeper. Lightbringers of Prowess. Lots of resistances. Light Radius. No. Chilled of Reality. Of Shattered Reality. Chilled means cold damage. That's right. Shattered Reality means chaos. A mix of damage types that really very few classes combine. Heretics. That is pet damage. Celerity is casting speed. I mean, for a pet build... not even for a pet build, that sucks. Imprevious, that is a rare prefix for resistances, and of the Untame is another rare suffix for pets. Is this good for a pet build? Lots of health, a bit of offensive ability. No, this is magical and rare. Summon Familiar. Nothing special so far. Resistant of the Gildam Arcanum. Okay, this is an interesting one because of the suffix. Of the Gildam Arcanum is a rather rare suffix among the rare ones. It doesn't roll very often, and it's one of the very few ways in the game that you can get skill disruption for protection. That's the 3rd line from the bottom. And why is that important? Because some characters, especially those that are caster intensive, may get hit by certain spells of the enemies that prevent you from casting for a few seconds, and that is very deadly in some classes. Resistant is not great. If the prefix were better, this would make the Hall of Fame. I don't think so, though. Blighted, that's poison damage. Of Mending is spirit and energy. This one sucks. Blighted of Mending. Wait, what? We got 2 equal amulets in a row? What the fuck? Exactly the same prefix and suffix. Do you see this? Holy shit, that's millions to one right here. What the fuck? I swear, I just picked up these amulets and I put them without looking, without any order, and I didn't sort them or anything. This is pure random chance. Holy shit, the rolls are exactly the same. No, they're not the same, because even though they have the same prefix and the same suffix, the percentages inside of each of the amulet, for example, the first one, 58 and 46, so the left one has better all damage, but the right one has better acid damage, so it really varies. So it's not just the randomness of the prefix and the suffix, each of the attributes inside also has a random roll. I think when the game makes a new item, it must roll like 20 different random numbers to get the whole item done, just for one amulet. Still, this is fucking amazing. I've never seen something like this before. Imagine if you get 3 in a row. Blighted of Mending. Anyway, they're both crap. Who cares? Shrewd Kaisan's Burning Eye of Destruction. This is fire plus fire, I think. Fire plus lightning. It's a famous combination on demolitionist builds. Cunning is nice for critical offensive abilities. Low elemental resistances. Fire Strike. Very mediocre. No. What else do we get here? Resistant of Arcane Balance. Arcane Balance is rare. Elemental damage means also cold, which is good for my character. All damage. Frostburn, very good for my character. Some health. Cold and lightning resistance and elemental resistance and bleeding. And Grenado, another demolitionist kills. We're getting a lot of demolition stuff. That's not for me though. So my classes are Nightblade and Shaman. I think I've shown you that before. I'm sure I did. Let's keep going. We were here. Theurgist Kaisan's Burning Eye of Celerity. So that's casting speed and pet stuff. Pretty crappy. Assassins of Celerity. Assassins means one of my skills. Yes, Blade Barrier. +3 to Blade Barrier on the bottom. That's one of my skills that I really... It's this skill. I really don't put points here because this is a one-hit wonder. The evolution that you get, like getting this to level 5 or 12, the difference is very small, so I don't really care about maxing that skill. Holy shit, I should... Here, we were here. Okay, I almost lost track. So the skill is useless, casting speed is nice. This character is a caster and a melee hybrid, so casting speed is always welcome, but otherwise the stats are not great. Let's keep looking. Warding Kaisan's Burning Eye of the Cabal. Lots of good resistances, defensive ability and health, and chaos and acid, which is good on an occultist. No extra skills though, I'm gonna pass. Heretics, Kaisan's Eldritch Eye of Protection, +3 to second right. That's a good pet skill for an occultist with chaos damage. If only this amulet weren't blue. If this was a green one, might be great. Might be medium, I don't care. Let's keep looking. In previous, so that's resistances, Cabal, that's chaos damage. Wow, lots of resistances indeed. Pierce, fire, poison, stun, freeze, petrify. That's a blue amulet for you. Otherwise, very mediocre. More resistances of the Grove means health and heal. Nothing special. Resistance of the Grove. 2 of the Grove in a row. But not the same prefix though. I wonder if this will happen again. Anyway. Okay, again, great resistances, not very good if anything else. Theurgists of Attack. Oh, nice, some Ultima music. Of Attack means lots of offensive ability. Yes, Drain Essence, that's Necromancer skill. And some pet attributes. I don't think this makes the Hall of Fame. Inquisitor of Amorastus Flurry. There we go, 3. I'm gonna put the Amorastus Flurry on a line like this, and then over the Winter Storm. Those are the good amulets. Amulets to look for later. Heretics of the Sea. 3 to Mend Flash. This is a pet builds, pet skills with chaos. Seers. That's one of the prefixes that I want. Keep for later. Tempest of Meditation. This is elemental damage, and meditation is healing and energy. 4% defensive ability is not bad, but overall very mediocre. Resistance of the Cabal. Chaos Acid. Defensive ability. Resistances are crap. Lightbringer of attack. Attack means casting speed? Or attack speed? Casting speed. Offensive ability, actually. That's what it means. And some resistances. Again, very mediocre. Let's keep going. Oh, it's night. It's really nice that the time changes in the game as you spend time at the game. I usually reset the game so often because I'm farming amulets and amulets, so I never get to see the nighttime. Or I'm inside a dungeon, so I don't notice. Anyway, Interrogators of Celerity. 10% casting speed is nice. Resistances are okay. Very mediocre. Dreadlords of Alacrity. That's attack speed. Some lifesteal and vitality with chaos resistance. Ooh, this one almost makes the Hall of Fame for a vitality character. Maybe not. Mighty of Squalls. Stunjacks is good for Demolitionist. Lightning skills, lightning damage, and Mighty is what? Physique and offensive ability. Meh. Soldiers of Hungering Rifts. Chaos plus all damage. Oh, hold on. This is a +4 amulet. This gives you +2 to Overguard, which is a defensive skill on the soldier, and Sigil of Consumption, which is an offensive skill on the occultist. So if you have a soldier occultist build, which is called Death Knight? I don't know the combined class names. Some of the Grim experts on board, please tell me what is the name for soldier plus occultist. I'm sure you all know. If you want those 4 skills, this amulet can be good. This will make the Hall of Fame. The honorable mentions. Anyway, Maniacal Kaisans of Alacrity. Attack speed. Nothing special. Cutthroats of the Aether. I don't know what Cutthroats is. Probably piercing damage. And Aether damage. Those two don't really combine. No. Mystic of the Cabal. Health Spirit. Mediocre. Menacing of Scorching Fire. Some health. This has a lot of things because it's a blue amulet. Resistances are not bad, actually. Some health and defensive ability. And Cunning. Fire Burn. No skill. No extra skills, though. Meh. Soldier Occultist means Succultist? Get out of here! Resistant Kaisan's Burning Eye of Scorched Runes. Scorched Runes is a rare attribute. 800 health! Holy cow. Lots of elemental damage and good resistances. +2 to Word of Pain. Inquisitioner builds. This might be good for you. Hall of Fame with this one. Mediocre too. Alright, Corrosive of Destruction. That's acid and fire. Weird combo. Health and elemental resistances. +2 to Fire Strike. Another good skill for the Demolitionist. I don't know why we're getting so many skills for the Demolitionist. But anyway, this does not make the Hall of Fame. Theurgists of Decay. Ooh, this is not bad. This is a really good amulet for Necromancer. +3 to Undead Legion with pet bonuses. And a very, very high percentage of vitality damage and vitality decay. The +54 to all damage stacks with the vitality damage. So the total vitality damage you get here is 204 each. And 330 health on top of that. This was definitely Hall of Fame material. Assassins of Meditation. +3 to Shadow Strike. Hold on. I was not expecting this. Shadow Strike is actually one of the skills that I want to max out. Usually it's easy to find skills for this one. But I was expecting to get plus Shadow Strike on the suffix, not the prefix. And it's a blue amulet. Do I put it on mine? No, I don't think so. We'll find better than this. We already have of shadows in here. No, we don't have of shadows. Okay. I don't want this anyway. I'm gonna skip that. Blighted of Protection. Acid and protection means health and defensive ability. Yes, yes. No skills though. Very medium. Poison, tormented souls. Poison, vitality, Aether. Tormented Souls means +2 to Drain Essence, another Necromancer skill. Is this good for a Necro? Vitality Necro? Poison Necro? I'm not sure. Seers! Another Seers! Oh, wow, we got 2 Seers. Very nice. Seers of Protection and of Spine, so not exactly the perfect combo yet. Bloodletters of Protection, so that's bleeding resistance, bleeding damage, and extra health. That's a lot of health and defensive ability and offensive ability, so this is a really for a bleeding damage character, this is the perfect combination between offense and defense, except that it has no extra skills. No Hall of Fame, not yet. Resistant of Hungering Rifts. Chaos damage, fire and cold damage, no. So you see there, for example, this amulet has 73% fire and 78% cold resistances. You might think, yeah, that's really high resistances, but the fact is, fire, cold, and lightning resistances are the easiest resistances to find in the game, so they're less valuable than other, more rare resistances such as chaos, aether, and bleeding, for example. That's the reason why is because sometimes you have elemental resistances which give you resistances to all three at once. So when you see fire and cold resistances alone, even though they're very high, it's not very valuable. Cutthroats of the Sea, again, piercing damage and some extra energy regen. Crap. Harmonious of Blood, bleeding damage, lots of health and energy, many resistances, medium at best. Impervious of Butchery, vitality, bleeding, and impervious means a shit ton of resistances, +2 to Phantasmal Blades, which is a skill for Nightblade, one of my classes, but I don't use Phantasmal Blades on this particular build. Still, if you have another build, a bleeding build of a Nightblade, this is actually pretty good. 62 Pierce resistance, which is one of the hard ones to find. I think this makes it to the Hall of Fame, even though it's blue. Lightbringers of Vitality. So Vitality means lots of health. There it is. Elemental damage from the Lightbringers. Some resistances, not great. Aggressive of Void Fire. So that's Chaos and Fire. Lots of health, offensive ability. And an extra Chaos Bolt on trigger skill. Even if you have a chaos-based build, you need extra skills. You need more skills for your things. Resistant of Supremacy. So resistant means resistances, of course. Supremacy means physical damage for the soldier, and it has +2 to Force Wave, which is a very important skill on the soldier. So if I had a soldier, would I use this? Pierce, lightning resistant, 69 poison resistance. Nice. Chaos as well. I think this might be interesting for the soldier. Hall of Fame. Theurgists of Corrosion, loss of acid vitality, and +3 to Spectral Wrath. Again, for and extra pet bonuses for a Necromancer, that might be good. Hall of Fame. Interrogators, Kaisan of Decay. Vitality Elemental. Aether resistances, +3 to Chill Surge. Chill Surge? What the hell is Chill Surge? Let me look on the green tools over here. Oh, I think it's one of the skills for... Hold on, let me see if I can pick it here. It must be Inquisitor. One of the runes. Yeah, Chill Surge. So is this good for an Inquisitor? But that's cold damage. Then it gives +2 to Vitality. Nah. So, again, this amulet, even though it's a +3... it doesn't have the right kind of things. So skills alone is not enough, but stats alone is also not enough. You need to have both good stats and good skills on top of the +1 to all, of course. This one has 871 health. Holy moly. Pretty high. Cold damage, no skills, crap. Consecrated of the Sea. Lots of energy, not very great. Health, resistances. Slow resistance is a rare resistance, but it's not enough to make it to the Hall of Fame. Menacing of Scorching, so lots of fire, and menacing means extra health and offensive ability. Interesting stats, no skills, no Hall of Fame. Resistant of Destruction. This one has +2 to Fire Strike, again, Demolitionist. And fire and lightning damage, and burn and electrocute. Okay. 69, nice. Lightning resistance. And some poison and elemental. I don't think I would use this on a demolitionist. Next, prismatic. That's elemental resistance. Of the Gildum Arcanum, again, that's a very rare suffix, but otherwise no skills, it's not going anywhere. Warriors of Vitality, +3 to blind sight, another very powerful character skill for the soldier class. Plus the physical, lots of health, shield damage blocked, pierce resistance, Hall of Fame with this one. Very interesting combination of defense and offense over there. Incorruptible of the Sea. Incorruptible is actually a rare prefix. That gives you some of the rarest kind of resistances, Aether and Chaos, which are nice. Other than that, this amulet has nothing. Of the Sea. Energy. 700 energy. Yeah, that's useless. Theurgist of Renewal. By the way, yeah, I know many of these prefixes and suffixes by heart, but I don't know all of them. I may mistake a rare suffix for a magic suffix. I've spent actually a lot of hours on Grim Tools making my characters and looking for suffixes on rare green items, but I don't know them all by heart. I know a few, so any mistakes, feel free to let me know. Theurgist, Kaisan's Eldritch Eye of Renewal, Vitality, Spectral Binding, that's good for Necro. Pet bonuses. It needs more things. Shamans. There we go. Oh, no, this is the best in slot. Shamans of Amorasta's Flurry. I can't read it because these are spoilers for later. Holy shit, we got one. So that's okay. I will cover it with the bottom with my hand so I don't spoil myself. Shamans is the best magic prefix. I mean, Seers is better because it's +3, but I don't know if Shamans will give +2 to the skill that I want. And Amorasta's Flurry, actually it's not perfect because I already have Amorasta's Flurry there, but I have other belts that I might use to switch around. Again, as I told you before, the suffixes can be switched around from the amulet, the belts, and the medal, and I have several of those. I still didn't farm the medals, but anyway, I'm keeping that for later. That might be a very interesting amulet for me. What's the best pathing for leveling a new account? Whatever is the most fun for you. Like, leveling up characters to level 100 in Grim Dawn is very easy, and farming the best items in slot for your character is also very easy. If you come for other games, like Diablo 2, where getting a drop from a top rare rune might take you 2 years and you never even see one, that ridiculousness does not exist here in Grim Dawn. The drop rates are much higher than usual ARPGs. Of course, you also have a shit ton of different items, like thousands, without exaggeration. So you might get a lot of trash, but in between the trash you will get the items you want. You will level up very quickly. Usually I reach level 100 in the middle of the ultimate difficulty, so not even at the end of the game. Don't worry about it. Have fun. Path of Exile player. Yeah, I think it's a lot harder to reach level 100 in Path of Exile, or the maximum level. I don't know if it's 99. I'm not a super expert on Path of Exile. Let's keep going. Consecrated of Protection. Lots of health, defensive ability. Very nice Grim Dawn music, but the amulet sucks. Unyielding of Fortitude. Unyielding, that's defensive stuff. Yeah, lots of defensive stuff. Physique, health, more physique, defensive ability, shield damage blocked. Not enough offensive stuff. Vampiric of the Drangul. 4% lifesteal, offensive defense. Those are interesting, but not enough. Warding of Amorasta's Flurry. Where am I keeping the Amorasta's Flurry? I'm keeping the suffixes on top. This is Amorasta's Flurry too. And these are Seers. It's Shamans. Well, it's both. And it stays in the middle. Wow, we already found 7. And we're a quarter of the way through. Looks promising. Vigorous of the Wild. Vigorous means lots of health. Of the Wild is pet stuff. +2 to summon Briarthorn. So that's a pet build with a shaman class. Stun resist on the pets. Maybe this makes it to the Hall of Fame. Let's copy it over there. Transfer, I mean. Morvis says, my biggest level on Path of Exile is 96. Yeah, okay. So that feels like Diablo to me. I think the most that I got, the highest level I got on Diablo 2 was 93? Maybe 94? The thing is, there's an exponential growth on experience for Diablo 2, and I assume for Path of Exile as well. But Grim Dawn does not have that. Level progressions are linear. they're not linear. They are a little bit exponential. Like, getting from level 99 to level 100 is more difficult than getting from level 50 to 51. But it's not 100 times more difficult. It's like 3 times more difficult. So the growth in experience that you need to get from one level to another increases, but it's a small increase. It's like a logarithm or something. Just normal, then rush, elite, and then do it all on ulti. Yeah, the thing is, you can skip difficulties in Grim Dawn, because there's actually... I can show you. There's actually... Oh, I don't have my buffs. There's actually this one. This NPC sells you merits, which can make any character skip to the ultimate or elite difficulty. And when I'm playing, usually I have the least fun playing through elite, so the medium difficulty. So I'd recommend you play normal to get like a first shape of your character made, and then jump directly to ultimate for a really nice challenge. Do I need the main character first? Yes, I think you need the main character for those. Well, if it's your first time playing, you might as well do everything, because there will be lots of recipes for crafting that you will need to find. The first run of this game is a blast. Really fun. Anyway, let's keep going. Dreadlords of Clout. Clout is a total speed. Interesting. Dreadlords is vitality and some other stuff. No skills, not great. Interrogator of Frostbite. Death sentence. That's Necromancer, I think. Lots of cold damage, plus elemental, plus frost burn. A cold-based build with a necro class. Skill cooldown as well. And health. Actually, this makes it to the Hall of Fame. It's not amazing, but it's a very solid medium level amulet there. Started my blind playthrough in Grim Dawn with veteran mode, and I like the increased challenge for some bosses. Yeah, that's right, there's a special mode. It's not a difficulty like normal, Nightmare, and Hell in Diablo. Veteran is something that you play the first difficulty on, but you say something like, yeah, I'm experienced with ARPGs. I've played Diablo, I've played Titan Quest, I've played other games before, so I know my way around the game. Make it more difficult for me, please. Veteran mode is a very nice feature of Grim Dawn. Hope you enjoy, mate. Alright, Dreadlords of Attack, and we have an Egyptian theme from Titan Quest, I think. I'm very glad that I pulled that Titan Quest OST into my playlist. Anyway, Dreadlords of Attack, Vitality, lots of offensive ability, Lifesteal, no skills. If only it had some skills, it would make the Hall of Fame, otherwise no. Magis, I have no idea how to pronounce that, of Alacrity. And it sucks. Actually, +3 to Arcane Will is a nice skill on the Arcanist. I don't think it's good enough. It needed more stuff. Assassins. That's skills for the Nightblade. Lethal Assault. I do use that skill, but it's one of the weakest ones. Because I'm based on frostburn damage, not directly cold. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull this one from me. But anyway, if you're playing with another character with lots of lethal assault on a Nightblade, cold damage as well, pierce. Yeah, for some other Nightblade, Hall of Fame. Of Scorched Runes, +2 to Word of Pain, so that's an Inquisitor skill. Lots of elemental damage, lots of health. And pierce resistance, and poison resistances. Okay, this is good. It doesn't have a lot of things, very few lines, but each of the lines is super high. That pierce and poison resistance are medium hard to find, and the elemental is also good. Maybe on Inquisitor that might be good. Redeemers of the Sea, +3 to Tectonic Shift. That is Oathkeeper. Why do I have Oathbreaker on my mind? That doesn't make any sense. Too much Game of Thrones, I suppose. Well, anyway, what else does this have? Physical Fire, Health Energy, Shield Damage Blocked. No, I don't think that's enough. Devastating of Thunder, Fire, Lightning, Burn, Electrocute. Lots of resistances, no skills, no. Magi's, does anybody know how to pronounce that? Of Alacrity. Shattered Star, another very interesting skill for the Arcanist. With extra Aether damage and elemental, and extra health and attack speed and skill cooldown reduction. I think this makes it Maybe for a nice arcanist. Mystic of Tormented Souls. What is this? Mystic means a spirit, offensive ability. Drain Essence, that's Necromancer. That's a Necromancer skill. Based on Vitality and Aether. And Spirit is nice. Offensive ability is nice. Yeah. Few people know the correct pronunciation of what Magi's actually is. Maggie Simpson. Anyway, Shroud of Squalls. Lightning Sphere, that's a nice triggered skill. Stunjax is for Demolitionist. And Shrewd is Cunning. I don't think so. Oathkeepers. That's +2 to Resilience, an Oathkeeper skill, of course. And Chaos damage. Void Fire. No, I don't think so. Glacial, that's cold damage. Hello. Frostburn damage with increased duration. Super rare attribute there. It's good, really good for my character. Of the Aether gives me Aether damage, which is totally useless, so no. Warding of the Wild, that's defensive stuff and pet stuff. +2 to Brian Thorns, so that's Shaman? Summon? How do you pronounce Shaman? 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 So many words that I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's Shaman. Shaman. No, it's Shaman. I have no idea. Anyway, this amulet sucks. Next. Impervious of Destruction. Lightning, Fire, Burn, Electrocute. Nice damage combination. Fire Strike and Pierce Resistance. This is actually good for a Demolitionist class. Harmonious of Meditation. By the way, we found a few +4. Yeah, this is a +3 extra skill amulet. This is a +4. The maximum you can get is +5 on top of the +1. So actually that's +6 because you can get a +3 on the prefix, like this one, Warriors. Then you can get +2 from Scorched Runes, that's 5, and the one that's always there, so that's 6. That's actually the best in slot for my character, but let's see if we get something close. Harmonious of Meditation, lots of health energy, resistances, I don't care. Oathkeepers of the Grove. Fire Mites and Ascension, so that's +2 to Inquisitor skills and Oathkeeper skills. So if you have both, and lots of spirit and a heal, this is a very defensive amulet. And Ascension is also a defensive skill. Fire Mites is an offensive skill. This does definitely make it to the Hall of Fame. If you have those two classes, this might be good. But again, I'm playing SSF. I'm going to sell everything. Anyway, we've seen this one. It sucks. This one, lots of health. It sucks. Vigorous of Shattered Reality. It sucks. Maniacal of Celerity. So that's casting speed, offensive ability, health, spirit, and all damage. No skills. Aggressive Kaisan's Eldritch Eye of the Grove. Did I skip a line? No, we're on the right spot. +2 to Ascension, another one for the Oathkeeper. Nothing special otherwise. Unyielding of the Fox. No extra skills, some defensive stuff, some offensive stuff, no. Crushing of the Cabal. Physical Acid, Chaos, damage is all over the place, no. Aggressive of Butchery. Where's the defensive? 5% defensibility, that's good. 800 health, lots of +2 all damage, plus Vitality Bleeding, and +2 to Phantasmal Blade, which is a skill for the Nightblade that I don't use, but for another Nightblade with either Vitality or Bleeding based damage. This might be very good. Lots of defensive and offensive stuff here. Imposing Kaisan's Eldritch Eye of the Sea. No. Arsonists of the Sea. Again, why of the sea? I don't like the sea. It gives me energy. Who gives a crap about plus energy? Fire damage +3 to Olzuin's Chosen. That's really a high level skill on the Demolitionist. And this one does have fire and burn with increased duration. If only the suffix was better. Does this make the Hall of Fame? I don't think it does. It's my judgment anyway. I'm sure that many of you over there on the internet will disagree on my picks of whether or not the amulets are decent or above average or not. Maybe you would disagree with me on this one, but anyway. That's what I think. That's my opinion. Tempest of Cloud. Total speed and elemental damage, not great. Vigorous of Scorched Runes, that's lots of holy shit! 800 health, plus 9% of health, and plus 2 to Word of Pain, which is a nice skill on the Inquisitor. This definitely is Hall of Fame. How much? So you can see here I have 18,000 health. If I put this one on, I will jump to 21, almost 22. Holy fuck. 3,000 and something health just for one fucking amulet. That's pretty good. Maybe one of the best ones on this collection here. Wraithbound of Attack. Lots of offensive ability. I like it. Lots of crit. Everything else sucks. Of the Winter Storm, speaking of getting lucky, we found another amulet of the Winter Storm that might be good, even though it's not perfect. Shamans, another one for me. Very nice. I'll put it down here. Of Blight, so the suffix is not what I want. Interrogators of Mending. Mending is health regen. Interrogator is plus 3 to Ignition, which is a nice skill on the Inquisitioner. On the Fire rune, I think. And plus elemental damage means fire. And Aether damage, skill cooldown. This is okay. For an Inquisitioner based on fire damage, elemental. Yeah, that's okay. Aggressive and Void Fire. So aggressive means offensive ability. Void Fire means fire and chaos. And it has a Chaos Bolt, bleeding resistance. It's nice, but not great. There are no skills. Stanching of the Grove. Ascension, that's an Oath Keeper's skill, I think. Healing, lots of healing. I don't think so. Stanching of the Gildam Arcanum. So stanching is bleeding resistance. 74% of bleeding resistance. Probably all the bleeding resistance you'll need on your character ever. And Gildam Arcanum means skill disruption protection. This is... Holy shit, look at the resistances on this amulet. It sucks because it doesn't have any offense, like 0. All apart from the casting speed. And it doesn't have any skills. And we are greeted by a beautiful music from Dungeon Siege. Composed by Jeremy Soule. I love this track. Anyway, look at the resistances on this amulet. Pretty insane. All of them rare. Chaos is medium rare. Bleeding is medium rare. Skill disruption protection is very rare. And stun and freeze at the same time. And petrify, who cares? Interesting. I don't think it makes it to the Hall of Fame. It's just a unique amulet. Interesting to see. Chilled, cold damage. Of Squalls, lightning damage. Do they combine? Stun jacks, so demolitionists? Not really a cold damage thing? No. Crushing of Scorched Runes, so that's physical damage, and Word of Pain, that's Inquisitioner. I'm not sure if you can make a physical build on Inquisitioner. Who am I kidding? You can make any that type of damage on any character, because conversions, of course. It might suck, but you can make it. But speaking of sucking, this amulet sucks. Assassins of Attack, plus 3 to Circle of Slaughter. That's one of the skills for the Nightblade that I do not use. For another Nightblade, this has Pierce, Cold Damage, Frostburn, lots of offensive and defensive ability, interesting all around with nice skills, nice defensive and offensive stuff. Very cool. Of Squalls is Lightning, yeah, Squalls is the one that gives you a skill even. Where was the Squall? It was here? Squalls, it gives you an extra skill, which is Lightning Sphere, 10% chance on attack. So that means that every instance of damage that you deal towards another enemy, you have a 10% chance of passively summoning a Lightning Sphere that does extra damage. These are extremely good if they combine well with the damages that your character deals, of course, because they do not require any attack combination. So you're doing your regular attacks or you're running away to survive, and these skills are passively destroying everything around you. Definitely high level stuff. Anyway, Vigorous, that's health. Supremacy is physical? Yeah, physical damage, health, physical. Force Wave, this is good on a soldier, I think. Yeah, medium, maybe not. The numbers are not great, but all of the, yeah, 11% health, that one is great. Yeah, that's good. That's good on a soldier. Resistant of the Grove, resistances and health. +2 to Ascension, so Oathbreaker again, Oathkeeper. Cold resistances, no. Blighted of Mending, that's acid, poison. By the way, in Grim Dawn, acid and poison are the same thing. How, you might ask? Well, it's very simple. Each of these damage types actually has two components. For example, fire is the direct damage that you deal to an enemy, and burning is the residual damage that you deal over time after you've hit. So you hit an enemy, you deal like 50 fire damage instantly, the enemy loses 50 health, and then you walk away and run, and the enemy slowly burns for 200 damage over the next 5 seconds while you're standing away. That's fire and burning. Fire resistance resists against both fire and burning. Same here, acid is the instant damage that you deal against the enemy, and poison is over time. And this type of resistance, poison and acid, resists against both. Basic Grim Dawn stuff. Anyway, where were we? Here? Did I see this one? Yes, we were seeing this one. Acid and poison. No skills, interesting resistances. Without skills, I don't think any of these amulets is going to make the Hall of Fame, seriously. Good for other characters. Yes, that is what the Hall of Fame is on the right side of my screen. It's not the Hall of Fame, it's the honorable mentions. Well, I guess Hall of Fame works. Anyway, Scorched Ends, Eye of Reckoning, a really powerful character skill for Oathkeeper character, and extra fire damage with some interesting medium resistances. Burn Retaliation is good. Maybe on an Oathkeeper, that might be good. Maniacal of Alacrity. Attack speed, offensive ability, no skills. Inquisitors of the Grove, +4. That's 2 to Inquisitioner and 2 to the Oathkeeper. Other than that, lots of health, lots of stats. Honestly, no. Everything is so mediocre. Even though it's a +4, no, that does not make the Hall of Fame. Nah, it needs some offensive stuff, some more offensive stuff. Imposing of the Void, physical chaos, maybe good on a Death Knight. Health, physique, interesting resistances, no skills, goodbye. Prismatic of Tormented Souls, +2 to drain essence on the Necromancer. Vitality Aether are good on the Necromancer. Interesting resistances. Okay, Necromancer, maybe. Mighty of Destruction. +2 to Fire Strike. Demolitionist again. Fire and Lightning stats. Lots of physique and offensive ability. Yeah, Demolitionist, sure. Theurgists of Scorching. Lots of fire. Vitality and fire, they don't usually combine. Soul Harvest is a nice skill on the Necro. Pet stuff, what the fuck? It's all over the place. Fire and Vitality, they don't combine. Soul Harvest and Vitality do combine. But I don't think that's enough. Magies. Kaisans. Burning Eye of the Void. Aether Chaos. Reckless Power, Arcanist skill. Reckless Power is Aether and Chaos damage, actually. Maybe. Oh, I'm not an expert on Arcanist characters. Or actually, I'm not an expert on anything other than Nightblade and maybe Shaman, which are the characters that I've played the most. So I may make many mistakes here and choose amulets that I think are good for Arcanists but are not, and drive away amulets that are good for other classes where they're actually good. Anyway, let's keep going. Stone-Faced of Celerity. Stone-Faced is physical and defensive stuff. Celerity is casting speed, interesting resistances, no skills. Mystic of the Grove. We are getting so many of the Grove. Again, these amulets, they have like 900 prefixes and 100 suffixes. So we are going to see a lot more repeats on the suffixes than the prefixes. That's why we see a lot of the Grove. Anyway, +2 to Ascension, Oathkeeper. Health and all damage. Heal, I don't think so. Stone-Faced of Protection, physical, lots of defensive ability and armor and pierce resistance. Very nice defensive amulet for a soldier, maybe with physical. No skills, I'm not gonna drag it. Vigorous of Scorched Ends. Eye of Reckoning, again, very good for the Oath Keeper. Vigorous means extra health. Yes, I think so. Hall of Fame. Assassins, +3 to Whirling Death, a nice skill on the Nightblade that I do not use. With extra Cold and Pierce. Protection means lots of defensive ability. Very interesting for another Nightblade class, possibly. Corrosive, that's acid poison. Of Scorched Ends is Fire Burn. With Eye of Reckoning again, Scorched Ends. Doesn't really combine with the poison though. Bloodletters, bleeding, alacrity, attack speed, no skills. Assassins, +3 to lethal assault, which is a skill that I use but not very important. Of attack means lots of offensive ability. And also cold and pierce, which are common damage types on the Nightblade. Again, for another Nightblade, that might be very interesting amulet. Impervious of the Untamed. Summon familiar, lots of pet stuff, lots of health and offensive ability, interesting resistances. Yeah, for an occultist pet build, maybe. I think I'm picking too many amulets over there. Anyway, we still have space. Magies of the Sea. Nullification. Interesting skill for the Arcanist, but it's usually used as a one-shot wonder. One-point wonder. One-hit wonder. Whatever you want to call it. So I don't think this is going to be very good for an Arcanist. Stay a while and listen. Yes, quite. And this one is the extended version, I think. This is the track that you hear when you visit Tristram in Diablo 2. So it's the really good one. Anyway, Heretics of Clout, +3 to Infernal Breath. That's a good skill on the Occultist for pet stuff. Chaos is the damage and total speed. Yes. This is very good on a pet build, I believe. Redeemers of the Aether physical, Tectonic Shift. That's an Oathkeeper skill. I've played very little of the Oathkeeper, that's why I sometimes confuse the name. I'm not sure if Tectonic Shift is good or bad, but I don't think the stats on this one are very good. Order of the Winter Storm, we found one. Wow, we found 3 of Amuras's Flurry, 3 of Winter Storm, and 0 of Shadows, which is the 3rd suffix that I want, and probably the best one on the amulet because I already have Amaras's Flurry down here. Shoot of Butchery, that's bleeding and health. Phantasmal Blades, again, I think we've already found one exact amulet like this. For a Nightblade build that uses Phantasmal Blades and bleeding damage, that's a solid amulet. Impervious of Destruction, Fire Lightning, good resistances, Fire Strike. Ooh, wow, this is also reasonably good for a Demolitionist. If only it was a green amulet, not a blue. Shrewd of Butchery, Phantasmal Blades again, Shrewd. I'm just picking of Butchery for the... I'm not sure, I'm going back with this one. Neither of these two is very good. Wait, they're the same. We got the same thing again. They're both Shrewd of Butchery, except that one is blue and the other one is green. And I hesitated about the blue, but I picked the green before because that just goes to show that the green is just better. Anyway, they both stay here. Seers of Seers. We have 3 Seers. That's for me for later. Blighted of the Wolf, Acid Poison. No skills. Seers and another Seers. Very nice. Impervious of the Grove. Ascension, lots of defensive stuff. No. Mystic of the Cabal. No skills. Decaying of Supremacy. Force Wave. Physical. Not great. Inquisitors of Voidfire. Lightning Tether. That's an Inquisitor skill. Fire Chaos. You really want lightning there. Chaos Bolt. No. The damage is all over the place. Stunjacks of Squalls. Again, this is lightning. A bit of lightning and electrocute mixed with cold. No. Warriors of Vitality. Warriors is a +3 to a soldier skill. That's Menhir's Will. A very defensive skill with some physical damage and health. And shield blocked. And Pierce Wrist. This is interesting for a defensive soldier. That is interesting. Shamans. We got another Shamans that goes over there. of the Guild of Arcanum. Defensive, 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 no skills. Impervious of the Grove. Ascension again of the Grove. We're getting lots of amulets with the Oath of the Grove suffix. Mystic of Cabal, of the Cabal. No skills. Seers, another Seers. These amulets on the bottom with Shamans or Seers, they might be trash. Because Seers and Shamans, they always give one skill to the Shaman tree. But it's a very low chance that it's the right one that I want. If it's one of these three, maybe I'll accept it. These are one-hit wonders that... But this one would be perfect if we get a Stormcaller's Pact. That's such a powerful skill. Shattered Reality, no skills. Stenching of the Grove, defensive stuff. Bleeding Resistance, no. Arsonist of Frostbite. Flame Touch, that's a fire skill, and then cold damage. +3 to Flame Touch is really good on the Demolitionist again. If only you had a good suffix. I don't think you can make a flame-touched build that deals cold damage. No. Aether Fire of Celerity, no skills. Incorruptible of Attack, no skills. Grove again. And Warped means Aether damage. Not common on the Oathbreaker. Seers, another Seers. Stalwart of the Grove, holy cow. Hold on. Of the Grove. How many? Just those? It looked like a lot more. But still, considerable amount there. Of the Grove and Stalwart, which means defensive ability. I mean, it's better than other things, but again, we've picked so many of the Groves on the Hall of Fame that I'm going to sell all of it anyway. I don't know anymore. Assassins of Celerity. Casting speed, merciless repertoire. Or if you speak French, répertoire. That's the correct pronunciation. Anyway, is it good for another kind of Nightblade's character? No, I don't think so. Rune Carved of Clout. No skill. Heretics of Ruin. Of Ruin is physical damage. Heretics is chaos damage for... the Occultist. No thank you. Resistant of Supremacy. Force Wave. What does the resistance do? Lightning, poison. Well, the damage types physical. Force Wave physical. Kind of matches. Maybe for a soldier. Magies of Frostbite. That's cold. That may be for me. Proliferation is Arcanist build. That's actually elemental damage, so cold can be good. And health and skill cooldown reduction. Yes. Yes, yes. Vigorous. Of Amoras's Flurry. We got another one of Amoras's Flurry. Inquisitors of Arcane Blaze. So Inquisitor, Lightning Tether, that's the lightning skill on the Inquisitor, of course. And Arcane Blaze means fire and Aether? No. No. Warriors of Attack. Cadence on the soldier. Of attack, lots of offensive ability. This is interesting for a soldier. If only this amulet was green. Cutthroats of the Aether. No skill here? I thought Cutthroats was going to be something. Apparently it's pierce damage. Aether Fire of Thunder. Lightning, fire, Aether, damages all over the place. No skills, goodbye. Seers, we got another Seers. Assassins. Nightfall, this is actually good. This is one of the skills that I want. I'm gonna put it here. I'm not sure if I want this on Nightfall. Maybe. I'll check it later. Anyway, that's 180 amulets done. Page 2. Let's speed this up. Wanderers. I think I'm going to skip through any amulets that don't have skills. I think those are with a very high chance. I don't think I even have anything in the Hall of Fame that does not have skills. Maybe one with a very good suffix and prefix that is like perfect stats. No, I think all of them have skills. Yeah. Some of them have 3, 4. We haven't seen a 5 yet, or +6 rather, if you count the +1 to all skills that is always there. Yeah, I've just confirmed there is not a single amulet in the Hall of Fame that does not have skills, so I'm going to quickly skip through the amulets that don't have any skills. Wanderers of Hungering Rift, +2 to Sigil of Consumption. That's the Occultist. Chaos damage is nice. Offensive and Wanderers... Wait, what is Hungering Rifts? It seems like a good one for an Occultist, actually. Mage Storm of Frostbite. No skills. I'm not keeping it. Impervious of the Wild. Wild is a pet build for the Shaman stuff. No. Resistant of Tormented Souls, so that's Drain Essence on the Necromancer. Vitality, either are the right kind of stuff. I mean, right kind of... I'm using stuff too much. Right kind of damage types. Otherwise, a very mediocre amulet. Shrewd of Shattered Reality, no skills. Stanching of Hungering Rift. Occultist, maybe? No. Stanching, actually, is just bleeding resistance. If you look at that, 3 lines from the bottom, you can see 98% bleed resistance. Like, the maximum that a character can have is actually 80. So you get 98% of a resistance from one single item. That's how insane. And that's why I don't look just for rare affixes. That stanching prefix is actually just magic, and it can be really powerful on a character where you don't have a lot of bleeding resistance, or because of the items and the sets that you wear on the other item slots, you don't have a lot of native bleeding resistance, or the skills, whatever, you know what I mean. Let's keep looking. Harmonious of Celerity, no skills. Heretics of Mending. Vile Eruption, again an occultist kind of amulet. Mending means health regen, I don't think so. Shrewd of Arcane Balance. Grenado, that's for the Demolitionist. Shrewd means cunning. If only this amulet were green. Was green. Redeemer's Kaisan's Burning Eye of Readiness. Summon Guardian of Empyrean. That's a really high level summon on the Oathkeeper, and it's a summon that does not act like a pet, so it gets damage bonuses from the player bonuses, which is a really nice thing in Grim Dawn. You can make pet builds without needing pet build attributes, sometimes, on some classes. Okay, what else? Summon Guardian of Empyrean. So that is fire or acid damage. This does have a little bit of fire damage, and good defensive and offensive ability. I think this is good. This is pretty solid on an Oathkeeper. Night Blades of the Grove. Okay, we have a +4 amulet. Heartseeker is the Nightblade skill that I don't use. It might be good on another Nightblade of the Grove is Ascension on the Oathkeeper. So if you have both classes, this may be good. This one goes in the Hall of Fame. Chilled Kaisan's Eldritch Eye of Shadows! We finally found one of Shadows! Holy cow, that took a while. That might be good. And it's chilled, which means extra cooldown of the Winter Storm, 2 in a row. Holy shit, this music has brought us good fortune. Anyway, Devastating of Blood. No skills, let's keep going. Seers, another one for me. Mighty of Butchery. Mighty means physique and defensive ability. Vitality and Bleeding is good on the Nightblade with Phantasmal Blades. For another Nightblade, that might be really good. Poisoned of the Gilded Arcanum. No skills. Tempest of Meditation. No skills. Assassins of the Wolf. Nether Edge. Wolf is just some stats. No. Vampiric of Tormented Souls. Drain Essence. That's Necromancer skill. Attack damage converted to health. No. Magi's of Scorching. Distortion, that's an Arcanist build. Scorching is for fire. Actually, it can work because Distortion, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the Panetti's Replicating Missile skill tree. So it might be good. Assassins of Clout, +3 to Blade Spirit. Another Nightblade skill that I do use, but again, this is a 1-point wonder. I don't really want to level it, so I'm not keeping it for me. of clout means total speed. For another Nightblade character that maxes out on the Blade Spirit as like a summon build, that might be good. Warriors, Blade Arc, that's the soldier. And meditation is energy regeneration, which sucks. Of the Grove in previous means resistances, no. Seers, we're getting lots of Seers. Almost a line full of those. Inquisitors of the Drango. Rune of Calastor. Inquisitor skills here. With health, offensive, defensive ability. Actually, it's not bad. It doesn't have anything striking, other than the skills, which are nice. But it's a solid amulet, I think. Heretics of Meditation. Ember Claw. What is that? I think that's one of the pet build skills from the Occultist. Meditation is energy resistant in regeneration. It sucks. Charged of Scorched Ends. That's fire and lightning with Eye of Reckoning. So that's a Oathkeeper skill. The lightning stuff really doesn't combine with Eye of Reckoning. Oh, it actually does some amount of lightning on the Soulfire skill. Interesting. Okay, let's get back. Wait, where were we? What? I got lost. Eye of Reckoning, this is where we were. This might be good for a fire/lightning Eye of Reckoning build. Oath Keepers of the Cabal. Ascension. This is the first time that we get an Ascension skill that is not from the Of the Grove suffix. Okay. Otherwise, Acid, Chaos, Poison. I guess you can make an Oathkeeper poison damage and acid. I'm not gonna pull it to the other side. Assassins of the Fox. So, Anatomy of Murder. This is a passive skill on the Nightblade that I don't think is really important on any build. So no. Warriors of Protection. A Fighting Spirit, that's 3 skills for the soldier. And protection means defensive ability, shield blocking, pierce resistance. Interesting. For a defensive soldier kind of thing. And Fighting Spirit is really nice. Searing of Void Fire. That's fire and chaos. No skills. Impervious Squalls. Stunjacks, that's Demolitionist. What else? Lightning. Pierce and Poison resistances. Okay, medium amulets. Kind of a defensive amulet for a Demolitionist, but it does have the right types of damage and the right types of resistances. Pierce, very high pierce, very high poison and elemental resistance to help out a bit. Heretics of Celerity. Occultist skills with chaos and pet stuff. Celerity is casting speed, which is nice on an Occultist, actually. Yeah, Hall of Fame. Our Hall of Fame is getting full. I might need a few slots from here, actually. Of Mending. Intensify Interrogator, so that's an Inquisitor skill. Of Mending sucks. Charged of Squalls. Ooh, this one is good. So, of Squalls is a rare suffix for the Demolitionist, and charge means extra lightning damage. That's a magic/rare item on a green amulet that's very solid, even though it's not perfect for a Demolitionist. Impervious of the Grove. Cold resistance is not really important. Pierce is okay. No. Theurgist, Ravenous Earth, that's... what is it? Necromancer, yes, Necromancer. Ruin is physical damage, that does not combine at all. Inquisitors of Arcane Balance. Oh, +4. Death Sentence is and Grenado. So if you have an Inquisitor Demolitionist, which is I think a Shield Breaker, I'm not sure, but I think that's the name of the class. No, it's not. It's something else. Shield Breakers, Demolitionist, and Oathkeeper. Anyway, +4. If you have those 2 classes, that's really good. Oh, hold on. Wait. This is not just... This is very good, even though it's a blue amulet. Because both Death Sentence and Grenado... I'm losing my voice. Both Death Sentence and Grenado deal elemental kinds of damage, and there's a big boost for elemental damage, and some stats as well. Bleeding resistance. It's a solid amulet there. Could be better, but still, that's pretty good. Heretics of Vitality. Lots of health, chaos damage, terrifying gaze does not really combine with pet builds. Maybe. I'm gonna take it. Resistant of scorched ends. Eye of Reckoning again. Resistant means fire and lightning, I don't care. Rune Card of Alacrity, no skills. Resistant of Shattered Reality, no skills. Inquisitors of Shattered Reality. Death Sentence, another Inquisitor build. Skill. Shattered Reality means Aether and Chaos damage, which the Inquisitor does not care a single shit about. So, never mind. Searing of Squalls, fire and lightning. I don't feel it. Corrosive of Void Fire, acid and chaos, no skills. Seers, another Seers. Soldiers of the Grove, 4 skills on this one, Ascension and Field Command, so that's Inquisitor and Soldier, a very defensive kind of build combination, with a very defensive amulet too, and an extra heal there with some damage. Not bad, not bad. Preserving of the Cabal. No skills. Preserving of the Untamed, Summon Familiar, that's... preserving is what? Health and defensive ability. Not bad on an occultist pet build. Not bad, not great, not terrible. Vigor, and we still didn't find the perfect one. We're getting to the end. I think we might not find it at all here. Well, I might have to contend with one of these. Vigorous of Caged Souls. Health and Raised Skeletons. No. Vigorous... well, to be honest, Vigorous is a nice prefix, but... this has no skills. Heretics, +3 to infernal breath, and Aether damage. No, you want chaos over there. That does not combine. Decaying of Arcane Blaze. That's vitality mixed with elemental? The fuck? No. Stone Face of Renewal. So Stone Face is defensive stuff. Renewal is health regeneration. No skills. No skills, goodbye. No skills, goodbye. No, this one has skills. Assassin is Heartseeker, not for me, but this is a Nightblade skill. And of Psyche, or actually the P is not red. Of Psyche, that means Spirit? I don't think so. Shrewd of the Grove. No. I think we've found like 4 amulets that are exactly Shrewd of the Grove. Holy shit. But it doesn't beat the 2 in a row that we got over here. Like, yeah, these 2. Blighted of Mending, and both of the same color. What the fuck? One after the other. Oh, oh, God, where were we? Assassins of Psyche, I just read that. Shrewd of the Grove. Assassins of Protection, Nidala's Justifiable Ends. Wait, what? I was not expecting this, but this might be good for me. Justifiable Ends, that's one of the... most difficult skills that I have to overcap. Night Blades of the Drangul, another weird one for me. Okay. Let's put these are the 3 suffixes, these are the 2 prefixes. This is the best combo, and these are the weird ones. Let's keep them organized like that. Shrewd of the Guildum Arcanum. No skills. Unyielding of Spines, no skills. Generals of Mending, no skills. Mystic of the Drangul, no skills. Resistant of the no skills. This one has skills. 3 to Inquisitor skills. Prowess means cunning, if I'm not mistaken. Not great. Warped of Caged Souls. Warped means Aether damage. And Raised Skeletons means Necromancer. The Necromancer does deal some Aether. This does not look great, to be honest. Wraithbound of Prowess. No. Demonic of Celerity, no skills. Mighty of the Arcane Blaze. Mighty is just like health, physique. I think it's physique. Subjugators of the Grove. What is... This is a triple rare. I think we've found more before, but Subjugators is a rare prefix. Grove is a rare suffix. Why do people call it a triple rare? Because the middle is rare too, because all of these are magic infrequent. They are amulets that drop from only one enemy in the game. They're called magic infrequent even though they have like rare base attributes, like the important +1 to all skills over there. So this is what people call a triple rare. +2 to Ascension. What is Subjugators? Pets? No, Subjugators is not rare. It's a magic one. Oh, never mind. It sucks. Also, the Oathkeeper does not have any pets worth a damn, so never mind. Occultists of Hungering Rifts. Oh, okay, here's a good one. This is a good one for the occultists. Why? Because it has +4 and they're all 4 of the same class. That's 4 skills, 5 if you count the +1. 5 skills on the occultist tree, and it has chaos, some nice stats, some nice resistances. It's a blue amulet, not a green one, so not perfect, but still good enough. Wraithbound of the Aether. No skills. No skills. Occultist, Burning Eye of the Arcane Blaze. Solal's Witchfire. So that's occultist skills. That's rare suffix and a magic prefix. Okay. The occultist does chaos, not... I don't think so. No. Theurgists of the wolves. So wolf is just physical cunning. Decomposition is one of the skills on the necromancer. I don't think so. Warriors of corrosion. That's poison damage on a soldier build skills. Warcry. No. Heretics of spines. Wasting of spines means what? Pierce damage? Oh, come on. Maniacal, no skills. Vampiric of shadows. We got another one of shadows. Hell yes, that's for me. Shamans. Oh, holy shit. Shamans of the Winter Storm. We got a double one again. Okay, so we have a lot of good ones, and these two might be very close to best in slot. They're not seers, they're shamans, but they both have prefixes and suffixes that I want. Okay, good. Looking promising. If only I could find a seers with a suffix. But I don't think any of these... I might take a quick look. Yeah, none of these suffixes are the ones that I want. And neither of those. Okay. Theurgists of Alacrity. Decay and attack speed don't combine. Searing, that's fire. Of the Winterstorm, that's for me. Even though I don't use fire, we'll see about that. Warriors of the Void. Markovian's Advantage, that's a soldier skill. Void means chaos damage. Chaos on a soldier? I don't feel it. Mighty of Scorched Runes. Word of Pain. Mighty means lots of health and physique. This is not amazing, but it's a solid amulet for an Inquisitioner. Very defensive, though. I think it can work. Hall of Fame. Corrosive, that's poison. Supremacy, that's physical and health. No skill. No, it does have skills. Force Wave on the soldier. Soldier with poison damage? No. Harmonious of Alacrity. That's attack speed, and Harmonious is what? Health and energy? No skills? Goodbye. Elemental Blade skills. Preserving... ooh, this is interesting for another kind of Night Blade build. Lots of damage, bleeding, and vitality that combine well with the Phantasmal Blades. Lots of health and defensibility, and some vitality resistance. Moderately rare. So very good combination of offense and defense, even though I don't think this will be actually best in slot for any character. It's definitely a solid amulet, though. Ordred of the Grove. Ordred is chaos resistance. Nah. Arcanists of the Cabal. Arcanist is +2 to an Arcanist skill, and Cabal means acid and chaos. Nope, that's not Arcanist type damage. Warped of Butchery. Warped means Aether damage, Butchery means bleeding. No. Impervious of the Grove. Pierce and Fire. I don't think so. Mystic of the Gillen Arcanum, no skills. Tectonic Shift, Redeemers, that's an Oathkeeper's build. Meditation means... no, meditation sucks on anything. Alacrity, attack damage, Interrogators, Infernal Purge. That's an Inquisitor skill. I don't know what is Infernal Purge. Let me look it up. Inquisitor, Infernal Purge. It must be one of the Flames of Ignifor. Yes! So that's casting speed. You want casting speed with that skill. What does this give? Attack speed? Goodbye. Warped of the Grove Ascension. Warped means Aether damage? No. Theurgists, that's Necromancer skills. Pet bonuses, Meditation is bad. Well... Meditation is not bad on a pet build, caster build. +3 to raise skeletons. I think those are really easy to max, right? So it's not a really very rare skill to get a +3 on. Never mind. Devastating of attack. Devastating of attack. That's a shit ton of offensive ability. Almost 200. Holy damn. And devastating is physical and fire. There's no skills on this one, so goodbye. Preserving of squalls. So squalls is stun jacks and lightning damage. Preserving is what? Health? Vitality resistance is not bad. Not bad. Well, Hall of Fame with that one. Redeemers of the Boar. Boar is physique and spirit. Not great. Redeemers is retribution on the Oathkeeper. No. Consecrated of readiness. Consecrated is a really good prefix that I wish my belt had instead of shrewd. Unfortunately, even though this might be a solid amulet with slow resistance, yeah, that's the problem. I find it very hard to find a slow resistance on this character. It's the Achilles heel of my character. I don't have slow resistance very often. Prismatic... anyway, I'm skipping this one even though it has slow resistance because it doesn't have skills. Prismatic of Amarastus Flurry, that might be for me. Amarastus Flurry over there. Heretics of the Eagle. Eagle is just stats. I don't think so. Mighty of the Untamed. Mighty is physique. Untamed is pet bonuses. I don't think so. Crushing of Butchery. Phantasmal Blades, but physical? No. Searing of Cabal, that's fire. Cabal is acid poison, there's no skills. Vigors of the Gildam Arcanum, there's no skills. Arsonist of Clout. That's total speed plus flame touched. And interesting resistances. This might be good on a demolitionist that is based on auto attacks. The total speed there can help. Maniacal of Corrosion, no skills. Resistant of Shadows, we got a third one of Shadows. We got a lot more of Winterstorm and Amarastus Flurry. But anyway, really nice to find another one. Vampiric of Tormented Souls. So that's Drain Essence on the Necromancer, and Vampiric means extra lifesteal. And this is the dragon theme from Dungeon Siege. The Dragon Lair. Who here has played Dungeon Siege and faced the dragon? Quite a memorable fight, really. With a very memorable music. Anyway. Vitality either? No. No. Drain Essence doesn't really combine with lifesteal. Magi's of Corrosion. Reckless Power but with acid. No. Assassins of Attack. Lethal Assaults. With a lot of offensive ability. Might be good on another Night Blade that uses lethal assaults and lots of offensive ability to deal huge crits. Might be good. Another Night Blade, not mine. Inquisitors of the Gildam Arcane. Okay, this is automatically goes to the Hall of Fame because even though it's not a double rare, the Gildam Arcanum is rare enough, and Inquisitors means it's a solid magic prefix with extra skills to Chilling Rounds, which is a nice skill on the Inquisitor, of course. So Inquisitors that need extra skills and the skill disruption protection, that's a really good amulet for them. Occultists of Butchery, +4, Phantasmal Blade and Bloodburst. Nightblade repeatable casting skill with an Occultist repeating casting skill. I don't think there's any build in the world that wants to max out those two skill trees. If there is, it's really weird. I don't see this being useful, even though it's a +4. Oathkeeper's Kaisan's Amulet of Tormented Souls, +4. Summon Guardian of Empyrean and Drain Essence, a Necromancer Oathkeeper build. Interesting. I'm very unfamiliar with these classes in particular, but I feel like this might be a powerful amulet for somebody who has exactly those two classes. And yes, I will sell all of these. They will be destroyed. You can cry. You will never get your hands on these amulets. That's because I'm playing SSF, solo self-found. It's the fun way to play Grim Dawn, really. Instead of losing hours keeping mules with items and lots of items. There's so many items on this game. That's why I don't transfer anything between characters. Actually, some of these might be best in slots amulets for some of the other characters that I have. I clearly remember working on some other builds. I have 5 characters, 4 of which are level 100, and I clearly remember working on those builds on the Grim Calc online, Grim Tools, and I remember that at least one other of my classes needed the Kaisan amulet as the best in slot for the amulet. But I don't remember exactly the suffix and prefix for that class, so I don't care. If it's there, I'm still going to sell it. I don't transfer items. Everything self-found. Anyway, Demolitionist of the Drangul. That's temper for the Demolitionist, of course. Drangul means... yeah, offensive, defensive ability. No. Maybe if it was green, but not blue. Mighty of Caged Souls. Caged Souls is Necromancer, Raised Skeletons. Mighty is Physique. No. Oath Keepers of Shattered Reality. Volcanic Stride. Oathkeeper don't... Shattered Reality means Aether and Chaos. Oathkeepers don't deal Aether and Chaos. Warriors means Soldier Skills. Celerity means Casting Speed. Rending Force. That's part of the... Force Wave skill. And Celerity means Casting Speed, which helps the Force Wave skill. Hold on. This one is good for a Soldier. That one is very good for a Soldier. Okay. Mage Storm of Celerity. Oh yeah, by the way, if you have a soldier and you're using Force Wave and you think that attack speed helps you attack, be very mistaken. It's casting speed. I don't know why. There's a really weird combination of skills in Grim Dawn, some of which are affected by casting speed and other skills are affected by attack speed. But Force Wave is one of those that feels like attack speed would work, but it doesn't. It's casting speed, I guarantee you. Mage Storm of Celerity. No skills. Arcanist of Supremacy. That's 4 skills on the Soldier and Arcanist. Interesting combination, this one. Pierce and Chaos, also interesting resistances. Even though this is not a blue amulet, so resistances are scarce here. Very interesting there for Soldier and Arcanist. Anyway, no skills on this one. Array of Conviction from the Inquisitioner of Readiness means offensive and defensive ability. Not bad. Hall of Fame is almost full. Soldiers of Scorched Runes. That's Soldier and Inquisitor skills. Also not bad. Hall of Fame is full. I'm gonna reserve one more slot for the Hall of Fame, or I'll put them over there. Yeah, that's better. Aggressive of the Untamed. Summon Familiar with offensive ability? I don't think so. Aggressive of Squalls. Aggressive is not bad. Offensive ability is always good on any character, any situation. Well, maybe not pet builds. You want offensive ability on the pets. But this one has less offensive ability. Yeah. It's not bad though. Demolitionist with a lightning-based demolitionist. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm gonna extend the Hall of Fame onto my other inventory slots. Corrosive poison damage of Shattered Reality. No skills. Goodbye. No skills. Goodbye. Intensify. That's an Inquisitioner skill. Of attack means lots of offensive ability. Intensify. So this is the Kalastor something, the skill that you spawn a small orb of lightning. It's a skill that I hate every time that I've tried it. It's just felt so awkward to use, but some people make builds around it, and this might be an amulet for that. Okay, almost done. 50 more amulets to go. That sounds like a lot, but we've gone through 360 pretty fast. Warped of the Cabal. No skills. Stone-Faced of Thunder. No skills. Seers of Ruin. Seers, that might be for me. Aggressive of Butchery. So, Phantasmal Blade. Bleeding. Aggressive means extra offensive ability. For another Nightblade, this might be good. Hall of Fame. Stalwart of Squalls. Stunjax, Lightning. Stalwart is what? Stalwart is Spirit and Health. No, it's defensive ability. I don't think so. Aggressive of the Grove. Offensive ability. Again, there have been so many of the Groves that depending on what the build is that you're making on a Oathkeeper that you did +2 to Ascension, any of these prefixes that are so common might help you. Aggressive might be one because it's offensive ability, but I've pulled so many of the groves on the Hall of Fame that I don't want to pull anymore. Tempest of Corrosion, no skills, goodbye. Warped of Hungering Rifts, +2 on Sigil of Consumption on the Oathkeeper. Warped means Aether damage. No, that's not combined. Assassins of Clout. Devouring Blades, that's good. And Total Speed is also good on a Nightblade. Not for me though, Hall of Fame. Subjugators of the Grove. Again of the Grove, holy shit. This must be the most common suffix. If only I had of the shadows, as many of the shadows as I had of the Grove, I'd have this line filled with amulets that I could use, but like this, no. Subjugators is interesting because it's for pet... No, it's not interesting. Oathkeeper does not... There's no pet pills around that. No, this sucks. Magi's of Spines. That's absolute 0 with pierce resistance? No. Resistant of the Wilds. Resistance is on a pet build from a shaman. Cold and Lightning and Element? No. Resistances are bad. Searing of Squalls. Fire and Lightning. Can be good on a Demolitionist because both Fire and Lightning are good on that class. Consecrated of the Fox. No skills. And of course, another one of the Grove. What the fuck? I must count them. This is... What the hell? If I took this one... No, we don't have a filter on the inventory, only on the stash. Anyway. Warding of the Grove. Warding is Aether Resistance. This is actually not bad. Aether Resistance is one of the most difficult resistances to find. Even though I said I wouldn't pull more of the Grove, I'm gonna pull this one. Resistance of the Guildum Arcanum, no skills. Mage Storm of the Eagle, no skills. Resistant of the Grove. Another one of the Grove, because of course, resistant means fire, cold resistance, no. Impervious of Scorched Runes, the Sword of Pain from the Inquisitioner, nice skill. Impervious means pierce and poison resistance. Actually pretty good. More on the defensive side, but those resistances are very solid and extra skills on an Inquisitioner might be a good pick. Magi's of the Sea. Conversion. That's Arcana. That's an Arcana skill. Of the Sea plus energy. No. Demonic of Alacrity. No skills. Aether Fire of Psyche. No skills. Vampiric of Destruction. Destruction means +2 to Fire Strike on the Demolitionist. Vampiric is Lifesteal. This is actually a good combo. You can Lifesteal while using Fire Strike on the Demolitionist. This is probably one of the 10% best amulets that we got on the Hall of Fame so far. This is not bad. It's not a triple rare. I don't think we found any. I could drop them all on the floor and use my very complex loot filter to understand which of those are actually triple rares. But again, this one is not a triple rare and it's very good. And there are many classes who pick single rares or double rares over triple rares. Order of Shadows, we got another one, finally. All the shadows were at the end. Magi's of Scorching, Maven Sphere of Protection, defensive skill on the Arcanist, and of Scorching means fire. That's the kind of damage that the Arcanist does. I was going to call it Archvile. Arcanist! Hall of Fame with that one. Fear Just, Kaisan's Burning Eye of the Eagle. Ah man, too much doom. Ravenous Earth, that's a skill for the Necromancer. Of the Eagle is just stats, I don't think so. Seer, we have too many Seers, but that's a good one. Cutthroats of Thunder, no skills. No skills. Blood of Dreeg, that's Heretics from the Occultist skill tree. Fortitude. I don't know what the of Fortitude does. It's not chaos damage. Is it physique? Doesn't seem great this amulet anyway. Mystique of the Cabal. No skills. Dual Blades on the Assassin. I don't use it, but it might be good on the Nightblade. Decay, that's Vitality damage. Does that combine with Dual Blades? I think it does. Wait, what is Dual Blades? It's not this. Oh, it's this one. Never mind. So no, Vitality does not combine with that. Well, it does kind of. You can have a build that does that combination well, but I don't think this is a great amulet. Interrogators of Psyche. What is Psyche? Psyche, I think it's plus spirit, so it's not something exceptional. Ooh, some Inquisitor skills? I don't think so. Again, more Inquisitor skills. Of Alacrity means attack speed. Inquisitor is based on attack speed, kind of. It's a mix of attack and casting speed. Chilling rounds. Actually, maybe. Maybe. If you need chilling rounds, that can be a good one. Magi's of the Eagle, nullification plus some stats. I don't think so. Subjugators of the Arcane Blaze. Is this a triple rare? No, Subjugators is magic, I'm pretty sure. Arcane Blaze, Arcanist stuff with pet build stuff? No, I don't think so. Puncturing of the Gildem Arcanum, no skills. Rhyme Frost of Meditation, no skills. Warriors of Readiness. 3 skills on the soldier. Readiness. Offensive and defensive ability. Solid pick for a soldier. Hall of Fame with that one. Impervious, more resistances, Hungering Rifts. Sigil of Consumption, so Occultist, Pierce and Lightning Resistance. No. Last line, we're almost finishing, folks. 10 final amulets. I don't think I'm gonna get lucky and find my perfect amulet, but we have a few options to work with here. At least. Arsonists, Kaisans. It's so weird where there's a double possessive prefix on these names of items. I don't think it really works. It happens because the first word is actually a random prefix. It should be just Kaisan's Eldritch Eye or Kaisan's Burning Eye, but then some of the prefixes have the apostrophe S as well, so double weird. Anyway, Arsonists of the Eagle. If the Eagle is not great, Arsonists, I don't think so. Subjugators of Caged Souls. What is Caged Souls? Of Caged Souls is the +2 to raise skeletons. What the hell is Subjugators then? Oh, it might be pet bonuses. Which means that this is good because it's +2 skeletons and +2 bonus pet attributes. So let's put this in the Hall of Fame. Amoras's Flurry, another one over there. That might be for me. Good. Theurgists of Alacrity, that's attack speed on Ravenous Earth, which is a casting skill. No, thank you. Seers, another. We got lots of Seers, but maybe more than half of these Seers will not even have skills from me, but we'll take a look at that in a moment, not now. Poison and Caged Souls, that's pets. Raised Skeletons, I don't think that combines with Poison. No. Dreadlords of Prowess. Dreadlords gives you lifesteal, Prowess gives you cunning. There's no skills on that one anyway. Eye of Reckoning, +3, not +2. And Vitality means extra health. So this is actually a reasonably solid amulet for a Oathbreaker. An Oathbreaker build, yes. Final 2 amulets. Resistant of Caged Souls. Resistances are not good. Skill for the Necromancer, I don't care. Shrewd of the Grove. Of course, the last amulet had to be of the Grove. Yet again, we found 20 fucking amulets of the Grove or something like that. Anyway, Shrewd, it's +10% to Cunning. It's not great. It doesn't make the Hall of Fame. And we're done. Finished. Finito. Oh, you don't see my mouse? Oh, I've recorded all of this without my mouse on screen? Fuck. I only realized it at the end of the stream. Fuck. Capture cursor, please, OBS. Oh, fuck. Now you can see the mouse. Well, at least you can see the mouse over and read the text. But I fully intended to record this with the mouse being visible. I didn't notice that until now. Apologies, folks. Anyway, that's the end. We've scouted through 360 amulets from Kaisan drops. Quite a couple of weeks of work to get all of these, and I did not find my best in slot amulet, which would be Seers as a prefix, and either of Amoras's Flurry, of the Winterstorm, or of Shadows as a suffix. I did not get both. I did get Shamans of Amoras's Flurry and Shamans of Winterstorm, which is very close to best in slot, so I might have a very good next pick for my character on these two. I will look at all of them, of course, because there's other things to take into account. I'll tell you what, since the solo self-found challenge that I'm running is only for my character, It doesn't mean that I can give away some of these amulets. I think it's fine. So if one of you wants an amulet and you have a character for which one of I'm selling these. All of these are going to be sold. I don't care. And those are the trashy ones. It's too many amulets to keep anyway. But I can keep these for a while. And send me a message if you want one of them, and I'll just log in online and I'll drop an amulet for you free of charge. I cannot have anything as a return because I'm playing the solo self-found challenge, but I think I can give away stuff. Anyway, last look at these. So I'm gonna just do a quick hover on the amulets that made it to the Hall of Fame. The honorable mentions. All of these amulets have skills. Pause at any time that you see something that you might find interesting. Again, some of the skills are gray and others are in that brown color of the text. That's because I am a shaman and Nightblade, so that one plus 2 distant jacks, I cannot use it, but you might, so don't pay attention to the color of the text because those skills, even though they are grayed out, they might be good for you. Anything for Shaman Soldier? I'll take a look at the end. Let me just finish hovering all of these. I think there might be something for Shaman, something for Soldier. The problem is, the amulets that I picked for myself also have plus Shaman skills. So, those are not in the honorable mentions or this Hall of Fame. But they might be good for you, but I kept them for me because I have a shaman. I have priority picking here, sorry. I'm not sure if I should have picked so many Hall of Fame amulets, especially the blue ones, because they're usually considered to be inferior by the community, not just me. But for some classes, for some builds, depending on the resistances that you might find hard in getting, the blue amulet might actually be the best in slot. And I don't know what skills you guys have, so I have a bit of everything. I'm going to keep these amulets for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to sell everything. So if you're watching this video and it's been 2 weeks since it's been published, all of these are gone. I'm not keeping them forever. Sorry, folks. And that's the Hall of Fame. There's only one thing left to do, which is to pick my next amulet. So, by the way, I didn't read the amulet that I actually have here. And the amulet that I have is actually pretty crappy. It would not even make the Hall of Fame. If it was here, it would stay here and I would sell it immediately. Because it has no plus skills for my character. It only has some reasonably good resistances because of Incorruptible. And meditation means plus energy regeneration, which is completely worthless. The thing is, this is still the best amulet that I found so far, out of all the amulets that I had. Because +1 to all skills, the guaranteed attribute at the bottom of those attributes, is actually super, super powerful in Grim Dawn. Because in Grim Dawn you pick 2 classes. When you have +1 to the skills in one class, that's very common, it only gives you half of the stuff that you need, while +1 to all skills gives you both. And besides being very rare, this attribute is very powerful. So that's why I'm having, even though the prefix and the suffix both suck, this is still the best one. But now we have, I believe, many more, much better things here. Let's start with these at the bottom. These 2 are the special ones, right? Shamans of Amaras, Florian. Yeah, those 2 might be super good. So I'm going to leave them for the end. And these are almost guaranteed to have half of what I want, because the suffixes... Wait, actually I need to start with these. These are the weird ones. These will be good at least for half of the stuff, and these might not be good at all, because these have the right prefix. But they don't have... But I don't know if that prefix gives the skills that I want. So let's start with these 2, these shamans. I'm going to remove mine. I'm going to put it in the stash, actually. Shamans of the Untamed. There we go. We start with trash. because this gives +2 to Devouring Swarm in the Shaman tree, and that's not a skill that I use, so this is not for me, even though this is really good for pet builds on an Occultist Shaman build. So this actually belongs to the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to watch all of that again. Second one, Shamans, Tenacity of the Boar. Whoa, let's not go there. No, I don't use Tenacity of the Boar. That's a good skill to improve. And of Blight means acid. This would not even make the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna put it here. So no skills for me there. Seers, Wind Devil, yes! Yes! That's the skill that I use, that's this one. And that I could stand to have at least +4 skills on here, and that's a +3. Celerity means casting speed, which is okay for my character. And this is a green amulet, which means extra damage. So again, this is already a great improvement over the one that I had before. Alright, more Seers. Another one, Raging Tempest, that's this one. I need +2, that gives me +3, so I will have an extra skill to spend somewhere else. That's nice. Spines means pierce damage. Not really great, and it's a blue, not a green one. So between these two, I prefer this Seers. This one does make the Hall of Fame. Well, we're getting lucky with the Seers. Feral Hunger. Feral Hunger I don't use. It's one of these, right? What the fuck is Feral Hunger? Oh, there we go. Two-handed skill. I don't use it. So... Of Ruin. Physical damage. That could be a good one. Oh, this might be good for your Soldier Shaman skill. Depends on what skills you use on Shaman again. Depends a lot. Would have been better if it had resists. Yeah, it does have health though, but very poor on defensive stuff. Seers of Readiness. Ground Slam, another one for pet build of Shaman that I don't use. Seers of Decay. Conjure Primal Spirit. What the fuck? It's this one? It's this one. Yeah, for a pet build on a Shaman. Yeah, not for me. Seers of Thunder. Again, Conjure Primal Spirit. Thunder is lightning damage. I don't care. Entangling Vines. Another one without a skill that I use. And what else? Meditation sucks. Brute Force. Nice skill on the Shaman. That is often used with the Soldier of the Aether. I don't think you'll use Aether damage on a Shaman plus Soldier combination, but anyway. Mokdragon's Pact. Okay, this is interesting. This is a skill that I used, but it's kind of a 1.1. It actually sucks. I only put this skill on so I can have the bonus skills here. Only to unlock those two. Because the things that this gives me physical damage. I don't even deal physical damage. I'll deal cold. So that +3, even though it's a skill that I use, is not exactly good for me. However, of Ruin means extra physical damage. So this is a base physical damage skill with percentage physical damage boost on the suffix. So this is actually very good for a Shaman based on physical damage, maybe a Soldier. Seers of Meditation. Maelstrom. Very nice. Another underpowered skill that I have here that I need more skill points on. That's very cool. Of Meditation sucks though. I don't want energy regeneration. So how does this compare with the green one? Wind Devil +3. I can take +3 on either. So none of the skill points are wasted. However, I'll take the casting speed over over energy regenerated. And plus this is a blue amulet, and I don't need stun or freeze duration. My stun is almost overcapped. I didn't use all of my skills. I have some things missing. My stun is almost always overcapped. My freeze is very close to being overcapped all the time. And with a potion I can overcap it against certain enemies. So I don't want the blue amulet for anything. So this one is better. Very interesting amulet, this one though. Seer's Savagery. With casting speed. No, Savagery is a skill that uses attack speed. This is trash. And I don't use that skill anyway. Raging Tempest, I do use this one. It's the middle one that I just need +2 on. Of protection, defensive ability. It's a +3 versus a +2. And I'll take casting speed any day. Seers of Spine. Storm Totem, I do not use that. Spines means pierce damage, it does not combine with Storm Totem. That's trash. We have a good contender here for my next new amulet. I said I would look at these first because they're weird, I didn't. Anyway, Assassins of Renewal. This is not anything I'm looking for, even though I have +3 to Nightfall. Which one is Nightfall? Night's Chill. Nightfall. Oh, okay. That's a skill that I want to max out, but that's the easiest skill to max out of all the skills in the night, because the set that I'm using, which is Morgoneth's set, gives lots and lots and lots of skills for Nightfall, and I become overcapped really easily. So Renewal means health regen. I think this sucks, but they're both green. 3 to Wind Devil is more important than 3 to Nightfall. Those 3 to Nightfall, I'll just under-level the skill and use 3 points elsewhere, which is a nice thing, but it's not as important as +3 to Wind Devil on an overcap. This one does have cold damage, though. The left one has more. I should really compare them like this. This is how you're supposed to compare things. So the right is inventory. Let me put this one here. It's easier like this. Left is the stash, and right is the equipped. Okay. There's more damage on the right side because there's extra cold and frostburn. The left has more health and casting speed. Defensive on the right side. Skill cooldown on the left and a better skill. No, this one wins. This one wins by far. And this one is trash. Assassins. Oh, okay. That one might be really good. Let's take a look at this one first. Elemental Awakening. So this is 2 skills. Elemental Awakening. I just need 1, actually. 22 will be the overcap max. So this one gives 3, so it will be an unfair comparison, but whatever. I should keep that one there to compare with the best. Cunning and the attributes. Very nice offensive and defensive ability. I don't care about the stats. Less damage, less health, less casting speed, and fewer skills. Can be an interesting amulet on another Nightblade build, but not mine. Now this one. This will be an interesting comparison, because +3 to Nidal's justifiable ends is this skill, which is the hardest one that I have to overcap, and it's a super important one because it gives my main skill plus crit damage. And a lot of crit damage, that is. And there's poison over damage, which is converted to cold as well. It reduces skill cooldowns. Like, all of the things that this skill gives is super good on my character. And I could say the same about the Wind Devil. I think I value this skill more than the Wind Devil, but that's not the only things the amulets have. And in particular, it's a blue amulet versus a green one, so let's take a look. 40% cold and frostburn. Well, the one on the right has 53 to all, so immediately that's more cold and frostburn. More damage on the right, more health on the right, more defensive ability on the left. That's a lot of defensive ability, actually. I valued that defensive ability on the left more than I valued the health on the right. Stun, freeze, petrify, who cares? Casting speed and skill cooldown. The right one has more offensive attributes. And casting speed, which is quite nice. Skill cooldown reduction, very important on my builds. And then Wind Devil, which is weaker. I don't know. I think this one wins, really. I think that's the new best, even though it's not the prefix. It doesn't have any prefix or suffix that I was expecting. I got skills out of an assassin's prefix. But those 3 on Nidal's justifiable ends are really, really good. And this Seers of Celerity, it's really good, yeah. Casting speed on a shaman, really powerful. Okay, let's check the guaranteed 1 wins, because all of these suffixes of the Winter Storm, of Amarasa's Flurry, and of Shadows, they're what I was looking for, but it depends on the prefix that I got. None of them are doubly good, so the prefixes are just random stuff that I didn't really care about. But let's start with the top. Amoras's Flurry. This is +2 on Amoras's Blade Burst. But the thing is, it gives me slow resistance, which is very important for me. Probably as important as a couple of skills. And it's green. So stats, and it gives +2 cold damage. Prismatic is what? Chaos and elemental resistance. Not bad. And slow. Very good resistances all around. The resistances of the blue one... Hold on, let me switch over sides. This is easier. The resistances on the blue one on the right are much worse. The thing is, I need to switch over this belt, because once I have an amulet with Amoras's Flurry, I no longer need that belt. But I have other belts. I just didn't just... Oh, I forgot to show you guys. Hold on. I have also this, and this, and I'm still farming a few more. These are very easy to find, so that's why I can find many more. But I farmed all of these while I was farming the amulets. I adapted the route to farm the gargoyles at the end of the game, as well as Kaisan. So this amulet you see, this belt as you see here, I might have Winter Storms and Amoras's Flurry and other ones, and then I can switch around the amulets and the belts to get the best combination. So what's going to happen, that's for another day. I'm not going to do that today. What's going to happen here is that I'm going to keep for sure one of the Amoras's Flurry amulets, the best one. And so, but that means I'm just going to give up on this amulet, really. It might give Nidalas, but that's just not, it's never going to be a best in slot. Not even close. Yeah, this one was good. And the skill it gives is very, very important, but no. Let's go with Amoras's Flurry. That's the first one. Is this better as an Amoras's Flurry amulet? Flames of Ignifor. Inquisitors. What do I care about that? I'd rather have Prismatic. Prismatic is elemental resistance, but this one is not green, it's blue. So it's weaker. Now let's compare. Cold damage. More damage on the right side. A few stats on the left. More health on the right side. Better resistances on the right side, 1% less on slow. No, okay, this is definitely worse. So we're just picking the best Amoras's amulet. Aether resistance, this is good. Resistances, that's better than Prismatic. I don't care about elemental, I'd rather have Aether resistance. So this might be better. Let me check everything. More damage on the left side. Yeah, more damage from everything on the left side, more health on the left side, better resistances on the left side, and more slow resist on the left side. This is better on all stats and everything. Everything's better on that one. What do we have here? Vigorous. Oh, that's very good. Vigorous means a shit ton of health. 12% health. Well, the one on the right has 400 health. Which of these two give me more? I think it's the 12%. Yeah. 20,800 health. 19,900 health. So the blue one gives me 900 more health than the green one. Okay. But the green one has more damage and better resistances. I think the green one is slightly better, but this blue amulet is really powerful as well. That vigorous attribute is really good. Green wins. Let's check this one. The greens will always have a small advantage. Another vigorous one. Holy shit. We got two of the same. Where is it? We got two of the same again. Vigorous of Amoras's Flurry. Vigorous of Amoras's Flurry. Yeah, and I'm gonna throw them both away because I don't think either of those will win against the green one that I have there. Prismatic of Amoras's Flurry. We also got another one of these that I set out. That I put in the Hall of Fame. Okay, Prismatic of Amoras's Flurry. So resistances are worse, right? It gives elemental resistance instead of Aether. Also, less health. Slightly more damage, but it's almost the same. And less slow resistance. Nope. This is the best Amoras's Flurry amulet that I got. And that's settled. Let's try and get the best Winter Storm amulet. Let's take a look at this first one. So, resistant of the Winter Storm. Resistant means cold and poison. Cold I don't care, but poison is nice. And we have +2 to Night's Chill, which is the reason why I need the Winter Storm amulet. Because Night's Chill This one is only overcapped to the maximum, level 20, with one of these suffixes on either my amulet, my medal, or my belt. So that's good. We have the skills, some interesting resistances, not great. Some nice damage. An ice spike skill, which is nice because I deal ice damage. Let's see if we can get a better winter storm. Searing of the winter storm. Searing is what, fire damage? Who cares about fire damage? No. It's okay, let's compare. Less cold damage. About the same health. Much worse resistances. Nope. That's much worse. Let's check the blue ones. Mighty of the winter storm. Mighty means physique, which means health. But I think it's less health than that, right? It's about the same, actually. Less damage, though. And the resistances are not as good, because that 80% poison resistance is really considerable. Okay. That one's better. Searing of the... What the fuck? Wait, it happened again. Searing of the winter... Searing of the winter... What? Oh, okay. We got the same suffix and prefix combination. But they're blue and green. Anyway. If this is fire damage, it is. I don't care. Only one more winter storm amulet. Order it. What the hell is order it? Chaos resistance. Ooh, that might beat the poison. Well, poison is more common to find than chaos resistance. I'd say that poison is also an easy resistance to find, actually. Chaos is not. How do the stats compare? I have more damage on the right side. More health on the left. No, right side wins. Because the resistances are slightly better. And the poison damage is just 80%. That's just massive. That's really good. Alright, we found the best winter storm amulet. We're starting to get a good collection over here of only the top amulets. And finally, of shadows. This is also important because I'll get +2 to shadow strike, which is my main skill that I also want to max out on 26, the top overcap level. Chilled! Chilled is good. That's chilled means cold damage from the prefix, and shadows extra cold damage and pierce from the suffix. So lots of cold damage, frostburn, offensive ability, really nice. Oh, that's the second reason why I want of shadows. It's one of the suffixes that gives the most offensive ability, while also giving you skills and other stuff. Vitality resistances. Okay, maybe we'll get a green amulet that will beat that one, but that's a very good start. This blue. Resistance of shadows. What is resistant? Fire and lightning? No, I'd rather have the damage from chilled. Even though it's not frostburn, and the one on the left has more frostburn. Hold on. And more offensive ability. Ooh, and more vitality resist. Hold on. Okay, this is interesting. So even though the prefix and suffix on the right outclass the ones on the left, the random small stats in the left are super high, or rather above average, so the left one wins. And fire and lightning, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, that's a better amulet. Of shadows. Vampiric, that's lifesteal. I'd take lifesteal over fire and lightning resistance, hell yeah. Let's compare them. All damage. Why do I not have all damage? Oh, because this is a green amulet, so yeah, a lot more damage on the left. And the lifesteal will help me survive, which is nice, even though not all of my skills do lifesteal. More offensive ability, more health on the left. Vitality resistance, also a bit of freeze resistance. What the fuck, where does that come from? Oh, it must be of shadows. It must be one of the many attributes that shadows give. Okay, so I think this one wins. Because it's green. More damage on the left. Yeah. With the lifesteal and the health. And the other resistances, yeah. Alright, final of shadows amulet. Ordered of shadows. What is ordered? Oh, it's chaos resistance again. Ordred is really good. Is it better than Vampiric, though? That's the question. So, damage-wise, the left wins. It also has a bit more health and more offensive ability. Less vitality, a lot more chaos. Tough pick. So it's in the end, it's if I did not have a lifesteal on the right, and if I did not have chaos resistance on the left, if I ignore the prefix, the left one has better stats all over. So if the lifesteal is tied with the chaos resistance, the left wins, and I think that makes sense. Lifesteal is not it's a nice to have on my character. It's not super important, and I have lifesteal here, so I don't go to 0. Even though that amulet almost doubles my lifesteal, does it? Where's the lifesteal? Yeah, from 5 to 9%. The left amulet wins, not by a lot, but that 56 chaos resistance will be very handy. And that's it, we have the top 3 for the 3 possible suffixes, and we have the top 2, and no surprise, on the final top 5 amulets of the stream, all of them are green, no surprise here. So the question is, will any of these two... Well, the thing is, these two actually, this is Amoras's Flurry, Winterstorm, Winterstorm. I only have one for the shadows, but these 2 amulets that I had for the Winterstorm and Amoras's Flurry might be outclassed by these who have shamans and might have more skills for the shamans if these 2 shamans actually give me the correct skills, which they might not. But the correct way to compare this is actually to put on the Winterstorm amulet again and compare it with this one. So, moment of truth. Do I get a really nice amulet? Shit, Devouring Swarm. I don't use that skill. Oh, damn it. Anyway, is it better than Resistant? Because Shamans also gives a few other things. What does it give? It gives Physique and Spirit, some stats. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Not very relevant compared to Resistant, which gives 80% to poison resist. Yeah, I think Resistant is going to win. Okay, if I remove the prefixes and I compare just the rest, we have more damage on the right, actually. Well, more Frostburn on the right, at least. More health on the left, and the stats will give you a lot more health. What is the difference in health between these two? 19.9, 20.1, 200 health. It's not a great deal. Offensive ability also slightly better on the left. So the left does seem to have slightly better stats all over. But for that to be true, I need to ignore 80% poison resist. And 80% cold resist, which I'm already overcapped. 80% is mostly useless on cold, but for poison, oh, that's very good. So I think I'm gonna give up on this amulet that I thought would be the best in slot, for a while at least. So this keeps throne for the best Winterstorm amulet. And now for the best Amoras's Flurry, the last amulet to check. Please be a good skill, please, please, please. Fuck, Devouring Swarm again. Oh, man. No, they both suck. 360 fucking amulets. And I said, oh yeah, farming in Grim Dawn is easy, la-di-da. Oh, fucking hell. I just proved myself wrong. I didn't get anything good. Well, these 3 are good. The 3 ones that I had previously. Let's compare this one again. But it's gonna be the same thing. Because it's also... What's the other one? It's also Shamans... no, it's not. Hold on. Because the suffix is different, the comparison might be different. I need to check these. So I have extra physique and spirit on the left because of the shamans. And I have warding, which is Aether resistance on the right. Oh, it's going to be very hard to beat that Aether resist. Very hard. Let's look at the stats ignoring the prefixes. So, more damage on the right side more frostburn at least, because of the all damage being greater. But it's very similar, more health on the right side. Even with the stats on the left, I think the right has more health. So 19.95. No. This one does give more. So yeah, 3% physique and spirit does give more health after all. Less chaos, less slow, and no wave resistance. Again, the great promising amulet that I thought was good goes to the trash. As I told you before, I have a lot of belts to choose from, and the suffix of Amaras's Flurry on the belt might change depending on the amulets that I use, though I will keep all 3 of them, and as well as amulets that I will farm in the future. What I will use now is, well, definitely not the Amaras's Flurry. This will be kept on my stash. It will be one of these 2. Do I want Winterstorm or do I want Shadows? It's easy to tell. Well, it depends on the skill that I want. Night's Chill or Shadow Strike? I need 1 Night's Chill, I need 1 Shadow Strike. And this one gives me a lot of base damage on my most important skill. This is reduced resistances on the monsters, and also more damage. Both skills are equally important. Okay, I might as well compare them like this now. So if both skills plus 2 are equally important, how do I compare these? Well, I have an Ice Spike on the left. Winterstorm is really fucking powerful. That Ice Spike will slowly increase my DPS, even passively. It's really good. In terms of damage, I have more Frostburn damage on the left. Which one gives me more health? The left too. The right has a lot more offensive ability, so more crits. And it has Chaos Resistance and Vitality. The other one has 80% to poison. Okay, freeze. Do I need freeze? 56. Not really that important. So I think between these 2, the one on the left is more offensive because of the Ice Spike and the extra damage. And it also gives a little bit more health, even though it's a very small difference. The one on the right has more offensive ability, which is kind of offensive, you know, for crits and stuff. But the resistances on the right are better than the left, I think. Okay, if I add 18% to Vitality plus 56, I get 74. 74 of combined resistances between Vitality and Chaos on the right. And on the left, 80% poison. I ignore the cold. 74 to 80. It's a very small difference, and I'd go for Chaos and Vitality that are more rare. So resistances are better on the right. I don't feel it. I think Winterstorm wins. I think that's the amulet I'm going to wear for the foreseeable future. And I'm not going to farm Kaisan for a while because I spent weeks on this. So that might be it. This might be the amulet that I'm going to wear on this character for a long while. It completely solves my poison resistance with some extras on the side. Considerable damage and health with some extra stats. An Ice Spike skill on 10% chance on attack. Really good. Really good. I mean, having farmed 360 amulets, I was hoping for something better. But in the end, I can't complain. It's a solid pick with the +2 skills that I wanted. If this was the best in slot, then the Winterstorm would stay like that. And on the prefix, I would have, instead of resistant, I would have Seers with an extra +3 to Stormcaller's Pact. And that would be an insanely good amulet and the definitely best in slot, by far best in the game amulet for this character. And probably any character, no, not any character, this build in particular. It would be just amazing, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. Even if we got a Shamans of the Winterstorm, it would mean +2 instead of 3 on this one. It would also be super good, but not even that. So I wanted a +5, I got a +2. I will keep all of these amulets in the Hall of Fame because I feel these are the more powerful amulets. If you want to be gifted one of these, let me know, tell me what character you have and why do you need it, and I'll consider not trading but gifting them away. And if nobody tells me anything in the next 2 weeks, I'll just sell them because I'm playing solo self-found challenge. I cannot use these for my other characters. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. That's all, folks. See you later. Oh, that is a terrible place to fight. No. No. Oh, and the... Oh god, what the hell? I did this all wrong. And there's more here? Ah, no. Oh god. I don't know how I'm alive. Medkits. That was... Yeah, I left everything alive behind me, so I paid the price. And that pain elemental. Okay. I'm dead.